Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the talk show. Today we have Devota Mdachi, who is the Managing Director of the Tanzanian Tourism Board, flying all the way from Tanzania and speak to us about the present plans of Tanzanian Tourism Board to entice Indian market. Tanzania, as you know, has full of tourist attractions. It has got flora and fauna, wealth of heritage, UNESCO sites, and adventure tourism. And we are also told that Tanzania is going to have, Air Tanzania is going to operate its operations from November. Welcome to India.
Thank you, thank you.
And
Namaste.
Namaste, thank you very much. Really appreciate. And Ms. Devota, what are your plans to entice Indian market, seeking that India has a huge population, and I think you have a few Indians traveling, around 40-odd thousand, if I'm not mistaken.
More than that.
More than 40-odd thousand traffic from India. So what are your expectations from Indian market?
First of all, it's a pleasure being here in India. It's my second time, but here I'm specifically on a mission to see that the number of tourists from India increases. The main reason being that we have a new airline, the Air Tanzania Corporation Company Limited, and they're going to introduce a new flight direct from Dar es Salaam to India, Mumbai to be in particular, and Mumbai straight to Dar es Salaam. We're expecting the flight to start officially in by the end of November. Now that will open up doors for the Indian traveler to come and see what Tanzania has to offer. As you said, we have so much to offer.
Yeah.
We have the highest mountain in Africa,
Kilimanjaro.
The Kilimanjaro, of course, which is also the highest freestanding mountain in the world. We have the spectacular Serengeti wildlife migration, which takes place in 10 months. The animals are in Tanzania and hardly 2 months in Kenya. We have the Spice Islands of Zanzibar. We have the people, hospitable, warm and charming people in Africa. And so much else to offer. So for the Indian traveler coming to Africa, visiting Africa for the first time, I highly recommend that they come and see Tanzania.
Oh, that's fabulous. In fact, immediately when we talk about Tanzania and Indian visitors going over there, first thing comes to me is the visa. How good is to get the visa?
For Indian travel, getting visa is no problem at all. First thing is that the Tanzanian embassy is located here in India. They have an embassy in Mumbai, in Delhi. But the second of all is that for an Indian traveling to Tanzania, they can get their visa on arrival in all the designated international airports.
So you are saying that Indian nationals can get visa on arrival?
Absolutely, they can get it on arrival.
And what is the cost of the visa?
Only $50.
Only $50. That's a really a value for money.
Absolutely.
And what is the flight? How much is this costing to Tanzania on when we say that Air Tanzania will be flying on? Any packages? You have got, I think, a few tour operators here and travel agents here, and they're having interaction, but approximately, because it's their job to have consolidation and you are as their tourism board, but approximately, what do you think that would be the approximate cost for about 7 nights in Tanzania? Is it a standalone destination?
It is Tanzania caters for tourists of all categories, from the very sophisticated high-end tourists to the budget ones. And we have different packages to suit them all. With the introduction of the new flight from Air Tanzania, tour packages to Tanzania will become very affordable. So I do encourage potential and prospective visitors from India to come and experience what we have to offer.
Fabulous. Now, when we talk about Tanzania offering up a lot of tourism potential, flora and fauna, and as we talk about, you just mentioned about various historic sites which are popular there. And what are your markets, overall markets, the top markets who are visiting Tanzania?
Our 5 top 10 markets is the USA, which has been holding that position for almost 5 years consecutive, followed by the UK, followed by Germany, followed by Italy, and guess who is number 5? The Indian market.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you are wanting us to be number one?
We would love to have you as number one. We have been receiving 1.3 tourists annually.
1.3 million tourists?
Yeah, and I'm told that the population of India is 1.3 billion. I would love to see the figures from India increasing, especially now that we have a new airline flying between our destinations. Air Tanzania has appointed a GSA, and the Tanzania Tourist Board, by the end of October, will appoint a PR and marketing company, which will be based in India.
Oh, when is it going to happen?
Before the 30th of October, we will let the world know that who our PR and marketing company.
Oh, you have a special office opening up here?
Yes.
So we can say officially now that Tanzanian Tourism Board is going to have its marketing and PR office in Indian market.
What we're going to do is that we're going to appoint an Indian company to represent us in India. So all I can say, I want the Indian tourist market to take note of that and be ready, because with the appointment of the new PR and marketing company would mean more marketing, more promotion on this about destination Tanzania in India.
Thank you. And just a small last question would be that could you elucidate 7 top reasons to visit Tanzania?
Security. It's one of the safest places on earth.
Yes.
These people, they're one of the most warm-hearted, hospitable people on earth. It's tourist attractions, some of the best safari wildlife viewing on earth. The Mount Kilimanjaro, for those who are physically fit and who want some challenge to conquer the world, I tell them to go up that mountain. Those are 5?
Oh yes, it's 5. Thank you. Really impressed with this because the kind of the area what you touched up, especially the kind of people, affectionate people, and Indians do love because it's a culture which speaks about a destination.
And it's not only about the culture, but our history. If you look at the historical ties between our two countries, the ancient traders who came to Tanzania, some of them did come from India, and that's how they brought the culinary experience, the spices, those exotic fruits came from India.
So do you have Indian restaurants there in Tanzania?
They are all over, and every large city, in every leading city in Tanzania, you definitely walk around and find an Indian restaurant.
Oh, thank you so very much, really, and we look forward to...
Can I teach you some Swahili words?
Yes.
If you want to welcome a person to Tanzania, you say Karibu Tanzania. Can you repeat that?
Karibu Tanzania.
You got it right.
Thank you very much,
Thank you for
Mr.
coming.
Devota, and